Chasing love in an empty bar. Pour a drink till I make it past. The midnight hour seems to come and go, but I know. Walk on up with a drink in hand, sipping mixers cause you can. And all the lights begin to switch off. You're chasing the night, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, holding on for feeding the high, chasing the night, chasing the night. Hotel rooms and city squares, champagne bottles, drum and snare. The sights and cities seem to fall away when you stay. Locked in love for a night or two, losing sleep just to get off you. Day to day you wanna stay out, you're chasing the night, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night.
We're stuck in your car on a Friday night, and we laugh over stuff we try not to talk about. Still your smile keep on heating up the climate, and all the blood to my cheeks are rushing out, yeah, yeah. And by accident, you're getting closer. Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? Is it a wild shot of letting you know that you're the topic of all of my thoughts, yeah? 'Cause I'm so sick of this friend zone. Tell me something, tell me something. Is it a wild shot of letting you know that you're the topic of all of my thoughts, yeah? And that I'm sick of this friend zone. Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? 'Cause I'm so sick of this friend zone.
Chasing love in an empty bar. Pour a drink till I make it past. The midnight hour seems to come and go, but I know. Walk on up with a drink in hand, sipping mixers 'cause you can. And all the lights begin to switch off. You're chasing hotel rooms and city squares, champagne bottles, drum and snare. The sights and cities seem to fall away when you stay. Locked in love for a night or two, losing sleep just to get off you. Day to day you wanna stay out, you're chasing
time that I regret for being so heartless. It was the moment of darkness. moment in time that I regret for being so heartless. It was a moment of darkness. Look at me that way. It broke my heart to see. It's too hard, it don't come easy. I went dark, I lost it right away. And when it starts, God knows what I'll say. In my head, I had good reason. I went red so unexpectedly. I should have said that sometimes happens to me. Of darkness. We're stuck in your car on a Friday night, and we laugh away stuff we try not to talk about. Still your smile keep on heating up the climate, and all the blood to my cheeks are rushing out, yeah, yeah. And by accident, you're getting closer. Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? Is it a wild shot of letting you know that you're the topic of all of my thoughts, yeah? 'Cause I'm so sick of this friend zone. Whatever it is, it just feels so real. And your eyes keep on talking in the silence, and all the blood to my cheeks are rushing out, yeah, yeah. And I'm hoping you are getting closer. Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? Is it a wild shot of letting you know that you're the topic of all of my thoughts, yeah? Tell me something, tell me something. Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? 'Cause I'm so sick of this friend zone.
Chasing love in an empty bar. Pour a drink till I make it past. The midnight hour seems to come and go, but I know. Walk on up with a drink in hand, sipping mixers cause you can. And all the lights begin to switch off. You're chasing the light, holding on for life, fading out. Chasing the light, chasing the light, chasing the light, chasing the light, holding on for
Unstoppable.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Mit dem Shuttle wäre es natürlich toll, wenn man den nicht vergisst zu machen, weil sonst ist es einfach nervig, wenn man jetzt...
Alice, kannst du mir helfen mit dem WLAN-Passwort?
Mom, geh doch einfach auf die My Swisscom App!
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Et voilà, Internet ultra rapide.
Toujours pas.
Bah non. Ouais, allô. Ouais, écoutez, j'ai un souci familial. Ça marche pas.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
A very warm welcome and good evening to the Swisscom Hero League here, powered by ESL with yet another night of League of Legends here. My name's Don Rigoni and with me once again is the one and only Safair here. How are you doing, my dear friend?
I'm doing great. I had to spend 1 hour in a train with screaming children, so I hope it's worth it. I hope it's worth it to be here today. But we're looking forward to a very good game.
Yeah.
Lost against Fragbox. So
From one bunch of screaming children to the other.
you could say so, yes. But yes, I'm looking forward to a good game. I think today Lostic is a bit of the favorites, so we expect them to win, but we'll see if Fragbox can do something against it. What would you think? Do we have any predictions today from you?
Yeah, I mean, I think I gotta go along with you, since Lostic, they look very, very strong coming into last week and this week around. They had a bit of a switch up in terms of their lineup overall, but I personally think that should only be making them stronger. And here we have our lineup for today. Already mentioned one of the teams. It's gonna be Lostic here, who will be taking on Fragbox, the ones who managed to defeat Le Schmutz last week after first going down 1-0. They managed to come back, take them all the way to 3 games and turn it around. And then tomorrow we'll have even more semi-finals, another best of 3 here between Edelweiss Esports and La Cité. Is that correct though?
Edelweiss against La Cité? No, that should be my Insanity
yeah,
against La Cité. Yes.
It's like, no, Edelweiss didn't win.
Yeah, Edelweiss, they debate.
They just
sadly they lost.
See, you're new here, so you're still fresh. Like production, they love to troll us, and I think they just wanted to backstab you a little bit there. So.
Yeah,
too soon.
Feeling it, but it's fine, I guess. Like. They will learn, and they'll get back here next season.
Yeah, like cue the black and white scream. They always ask you how you feel, and you have to say you're doing well. You're not actually fine. But here's the bracket, and let's look how these teams even got here. We started out with our 2 qualifiers 2 weeks ago, where on 2 days back-to-back, the 8 teams managed to qualify for the round of 16, and of those, the best 8 made it to our quarterfinals here, those being Lostic, the beloved Scuttle Church, Fragbox, Le Schmutz, My Insanity, Noetic Frost, La Cité, and Edelweiss Esports. And then we already had some matches last week. Lostic won and Fragbox won, hence they're both here. And this time around, it is correct. I'm very, very sorry, Safar. It is actually My Insanity here who will be taking on La Cité.
Yeah, exactly. I'm actually so sad that Le Schmutz is not here. Giga, a big friend of mine, I'm a huge fan of him. It would have been amazing to be able to cast him, but sadly we won't witness that. We will have Fragbox here, but I guess they are as good as Le Schmutz, or apparently even better, as they won. So maybe it's good for them, so they can take on Lostic now. Big challenge.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll have to hope for the next season of the Swisscom Hero League that there will be some significant Aurelian Soul buffs, and then I think Tony should be a happy trooper, and then they might really have a chance here. So let's start by having a look here at the lineups coming up for both of these teams. There is also the switch around that we see. We have then Voxne this time up in the top lane. Robin the 4th once again making his way through the jungle. Zero in the mid lane. And then Golden God once again here as the AD carry. Or these days, better said, the bot laner, together with Lucky this time around. And Lucky, he did super well last week on in top lane, especially on his Wukong, of course. But he is a support by trade, and a very, very, very good one, if I may say so. So there might be quite an explosive time to be had down in the bottom lane.
Yeah, I mean, we have Lucky now in his main role, so I expect him to really pop off and show how good he really can be in his main role. But however, we have Denvoxen now in the top lane. He is a main AD carry, so we will see how that is going to work out today.
Yeah, maybe you already said, like, before the games, we might like see a Vayne top lane again. This time, hopefully a little bit more solid than we saw at some point last week. But let's have a look at their opposition here on the side of Fragbox. Why don't you take us through those?
Yeah, well, Calisin and Patata in the top lane and jungle, the French duo, and on the in the mid lane we have Antoniazra. It's such a difficult name to actually to pronounce, and if you don't know the name before, it's actually quite difficult to pronounce.
I had to type it out like 4 times today when I did the research on like their preferences in terms of the champion pool. So
yeah, he's actually a quite good Yone and Lissandra player, I saw. So maybe we see some juicy picks from like a Lissandra that we didn't see so far. Then we have Yen's wife. I think his full name is Yen is my wife so far, but it didn't have enough space, so we had to shorten it a bit here. And Kerrigan in the support role, who will be playing something very juicy today, hopefully.
Hopefully so. I mean, I'm personally still low-key hoping that some of them will just whip out the Amumu support ever since he had his buff to his bandage toss, where he has twice the stuns now back to back. He's found a lot of popularity actually, like mostly in the jungle, but it can, like, especially on Korean ladder, he's quite a bit played down in the bottom lane. And I mean, with such heavy CC and also a pretty decent passive when it comes to, like, when you look at it as a support, which support can actually reduce, has percent health damage, reduces your opponent's magic resist, and can lock someone down for like 2.5 years. So
yeah, he can be really strong. Actually, I think you really want it, because I feel like every time we came to a draft, you were like, oh yes, Amumu bot in the support role, it's really strong. And I think whenever we were before in the draft, it's like, maybe they'll go Amumu. It got buffed, so maybe we'll see it. But maybe we'll see it today. It would be really nice, actually.
Maybe they'll just debate me, you know, and ruin my hopes and dreams, as everyone does.
That's dark. Yeah, but actually, yes, let's hope nobody's gonna ruin your dreams, and we'll have a happy little evening today. Actually, yeah, we're going right into the draft, and the first ban has already been locked in. It's targeting Yen is my wife in the bot lane.
Yeah, your first prediction already.
Yeah, actually, I predicted Draven. Maybe now Jinx and Ezreal. I predicted Jinx and Ezreal that is going to be banned out from the side of Fragbox, because we have seen Golden God playing a lot of Jinx and Ezreal. Yeah. Syndra is the first one.
Syndra just makes a ton of sense against this team, because Zero plays it a lot, but also Golden God, whose secondary role is the mid lane. He likes to bring the Syndra or the Orianna, and the Syndra is like one of those champions that we've seen in the past being flexed into the bottom lane. So that is always an option there. And the Camille also being taken away here. She's still, like, even though she also was nerfed, her passive in particular, she's still a really strong pick in the current meta that is like brought back to a certain extent ever since those tier 2 tower changes brought back a bit of split push approach. It is not the easiest thing to pull off, but it can be very rewarding, and especially if you have a strong top laner here, and then also against somebody who's not in his main role, that is also always a worthwhile consideration.
Yeah, fourth ban already locked in the Xin Zhao. We have seen Robin in the quarterfinals pulling that out 2 times in a row, showing off really how good this champion is. So that really is targeted towards him. It's really respected, so they want to get that off the board. It's getting answered also. Will the Jarvan get it? Maybe. We got the Diana ban as well. Okay. Because Batata plays that a lot. And the Thresh getting banned, because maybe they are scared of Lucky in the support role, since he can play very well.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, me personally, I mean, Lucky, he is basically a bit of a jack of all trades when it comes to that support role. Yes, Thresh, very high skill expression champion, but is oftentimes more used for like the safety that he does provide, and There we see the Echo locked in first here for the side of Lostic. That is most likely going to be the jungler here for them, as he was just buffed for that role in particular. You want to see it in the mid lane, or how do I interpret that, Grin?
Actually, I've seen it in support.
Oh,
so
okay.
With his stun field, if you have a really, really squishy bot lane, it can work. And if you're really good at Echo, so I've seen it work.
And if they are unplug their keyboard and destroy their mouse before the...
Yeah, I mean, it can work. I've seen it work, but that was on a bit of a lower level than we see here. But yes, jungle is very expected.
I mean, I'd be down. I'd be down for some spicy picks here, especially on somebody as skilled as Lucky's. But I don't really see him on like the Leona or the Rakan personally, as Frankbox decides to opt for the Volibear here, who's fallen a little bit out of favor, both in the top as well as in the jungle. Since he just was so dominant in the past of Season 11 that he had to be tuned down quite a bit. But the Tristana we actually seen grow in popularity quite a bit, and there's the Ezreal here being locked in for Golden God, I presume. Honestly, in EU Masters it was once played in the middle lane, so can't rule that out yet. Just putting it out there, and there's going to be the Trundle here locked in for the side of Lostic. That also could be the support here. So could also be the jungle and the Echo support. I'm not going to rule out anything here. Or even Zero could technically play it in the mid lane. I mean, Echoes, I don't know.
Yeah, it's very tricky
Echo's
at the moment.
Echo.
It's like a very flexible comp so far. They can flex Ezreal mid, bot, Echo, yeah, flexible, Trundle very as well. So yes, they get themselves quite some flexibility. Now Fragbox locks Irelia in on their third slot. So yes, we have seen very good Irelia plays last Wednesday from La Cité.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah. So Irelia a very strong champion, especially if you get ahead and if you can snowball that lead. She is very hard to kill, and she kills you very fast.
Yeah, with that new passive that she has, it's just, oh my gosh. Like, I said it last week, just go and watch some LPL and watch Doinby pilot that champion. It's like, build this like Gordrinker, Sterex Gauge into Gargoyles. It's like 2 bruiser items and a pure tank item, and he just like, he'll just dive you and run you down and do incredible amount of damage, and you're like, what? How? But here the Rakan now is being taken away here from the hands of Lostic, so they still respect that possibility. Okay, I got the script. After all, there's the Leona and the Rakan ban. Slightly proud of that one. Who are both some of the comfort picks for Lucky. Plus, they're like one of the currently strongest playmaking supports, I guess, that are in the game. And somebody like Lucky, you really don't necessarily want on such impactful champions if you can avoid it.
Yeah, we see 3 champions being banned towards that support role to target Lucky. But I feel like if he's really in his main role, maybe he wants to play something that can carry a bit, maybe something also with a lot of damage. Because what is currently open, it's Nautilus that can engage, which is just getting picked up by Fragbox. Now Alistair would be open, which is kinda an answer, which is also a tank support, but other than Alistair, I don't see any tank support.
I mean,
left.
it could still be the Trundle, and I personally think it is gonna be the Trundle, as they're homer the Akali here, who I think will be the choice here for Zero on the side of Lostic. But I mean, so far here, I really like the approach coming in from Fragbox. Like a heavy, beefy front line here, an Irelia to throw into the mix, and that just power will just be able to make it so safe for Yenis to space properly with his Tristana, and that's potentially gonna be the Lee Sin here. So. Where's everyone going?
I was just trying to say, like, Lee Sin could play jungle, but also could be flexed. So
yeah, he could be the solo lane.
We don't really know at the moment.
Well, I think it's fair to assume that Akali's most likely gonna be in a solo lane. So
Yes.
either top or mid.
Yeah, I would actually say Akali and Lee Sin, they're both.
Oh,
aren't they?
love it here. The cannon finally coming out. We mentioned it last week, it's such a strong pick currently. And so far here in the Swisscom Hero League, it has not been contested whatsoever. So getting this one here for Kalizin up in the top lane will be fantastic here. And it looks like it's going to be the Lee Sin here actually for then Voxne up in the top lane. And that is a matchup that can turn sideways really damn fast here for Lostic. If Lee Sin does not get ahead here, if he does not get rolling, he'll be in a lot of pain. And you're actually right, my friend. Well done, well done.
I'm surprised myself because I did not expect it to go into the support role. I've seen it, but I think that was
maybe
in a
they're
solo
watching
queue
the
game.
streams and they heard you and they were like, okay,
Let's try.
let's just go for it. Sefer said it works, so let's just go for it.
I mean, like, if you can get onto the Tristana in the back line and Ezreal can arcane shift in, you probably delete her within seconds.
You know, she just buffers the rocket jump and then she's like, goodbye.
Yes, true. However, if she oversteps, if she rocket jumps in, then it gets difficult. But I think Echo and Ezreal also very good against this Nautilus because they can just escape the hook quite easily. So there's not too much threat in the bottom lane. Whereas, as you mentioned, in the top lane, Lee Sin against Cannon can be quite difficult.
Yeah.
Because Cannon obviously has the range.
I mean, just as you usually want to play the Tristana, like especially on level 2 and 3, you spike really, really hard. Once you get all of your 3 basic abilities unlocked, the damage that you provide, especially with something that is mostly run with the press the attack, just jumping on your opponent's head, activating press the attack, and then with the explosive charge on their head being fully charged up, they will take a lot of damage. And then Ezreal not really the strongest early game pick to put it mildly. So therefore the Echo can actually be very helpful in this kind of scenario because you can just throw down your stun field, your W, and make sure they cannot like jump in without potentially overstepping into that stun field. And yeah, it's a good disengage tool here in this case, I think. Plus, especially, it provides them with a lot of zone control here in the case of Lostic. And then for the later stages of the fight, actually, that Echo W together with the Trundle Pillar creates like so much space for them, or you can also like sandwich them in kind of with the Frozen Pillar and then throw the Echo W on top of it and then get some impactful stuns off. Plus, there's always the threat if like Lucky gets rolling here with the Ignite and like gets to pick up something like the Lich Bane, for example, he'll just one-shot your AD carry, you know?
Yeah, that's what happened with the Echo I was actually thinking about, because he just like one-shotted someone in the bot lane because he was getting ahead. And if you have an Echo in the support role that is coming ahead and it is allowed to roam around the map, and it's just like going and one-shotting everybody all around the map, it's like, oh well, nice,
fun to be had, you know?
Yeah, but I kind of want to shortly take a look onto the scaling department, because I think on the side of Fragbox we have the damage on the Cannon and the Tristana. Obviously Irelia can do some damage as well, but it's not a lot of. It's more a bit burst, and then she has to get out because. Well, yeah, like she can dish out some damage.
If she can stay in there for a long time, she will like shred them hard. And we're about to head into Summoner's Rift here. And we can see it once again. It will be Lostic versus Fragbox Gaming, and I think it's gonna be a super exciting here. We might have to update the quarterfinal to a semi-final here real quickly, but then we should have everything covered here for this game to go on. I also would like to point out that Echo actually decided to go with both the stopwatch and the Hextech dematerializer. So it's like they're keeping the potential open here to just probably relegate then Voxnit to like a supportive kind of lead playstyle, and then potentially send Lucky into a side lane to just clear out these waves continuously and look for those one shots. And of course, the stopwatch is such a some might call it still a little broken item, but Echo is certainly synergizing super well with it.
Yeah, it's certainly broken once you activate it, but that was a bit. Yes. Basically, I think I'm very curious about the early game because I feel like as soon as one team really gets to snowball or gets ahead, this can snowball so fast out of control. Like if you have an Akali on the Rift, if you have an Echo on the Rift, it's like it's super difficult to stop these champions from snowballing. But so far there's not too much action. We see actually the bot lane, they get the push, but there's also a relative deep ward. So there might be some TP angle here, but actually
okay.
hook lands onto Lucky, but there's
caught. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be a flash forward here with the ignite. And Lucky surviving by the skin of his teeth here, overstepping really hard. Golden God flashing forward here. Luckily does not get out the auto attack here, because that could have just spelled his Stoom here, as Antoniasra is now being engaged upon here in the mid lane. And Robin already off to a super fast clear, but Patata so far can't really keep up with it. Also worthwhile pointing out here, I think that Patata is actually running, I have to try hard to not call him Potato, running the Predator here, where he'll just be super fast when it comes to those ganks here. And yeah, also engage, like Lostic does have quite the slippery members, but if that Volibear ever gets onto you, you might be in a lot of pain.
Yeah, now we see Trundle already bot lane. He is spotted on a ward, so that is not going to be too difficult to spot out from Fragbox. Actually, now they're getting caught. Potatoes here as well. Golden God is jumping in, gets Carrion already super low. Now Robin has to jump out. He actually uses flash there. Lucky now getting stunned.
And there he will be taken down. Yenis, my wife, will pick up the kill here, and Lostic actually losing that entire wave there. They wanted to set up the freeze in front of the tower, but that just means those minions will just fall here. At least I think Golden God got to pick up most of that XP down in the bottom lane, but the CS so far still very even.
I think I think they didn't see them coming from the mid lane as well. Robin, but they're just getting caught here.
Yeah, but also Kerrigan here overstepped. Well,
I mean,
Lucky kind of flashing earlier, but a good job here by Fragbox that they just that they rotate Antoniasra down here in order to punish Lucky here, who stayed in there for way too long. I mean, they did get the kill onto Kerrigan, and after that it was like, okay, we're all fine here. But Lucky not having the flash from that engage earlier, being completely caught out there with literally his hand in the cookie jar. And yeah, they managing to punish them. So 1-for-1 here overall, but in the meantime, Lostic has already built themselves a bit of a gold lead.
Yeah, I think it was, did the Akali rotate down? I think she did not, no, so she was able to get a bit of a CS advantage there. Now is going to TP back into the mid lane. She actually does not have any CS advantage. I think she got bullied a bit in the early game.
Yeah, she does have Zero has an additional wave here. We'll also be hitting that level 6 mark earlier, probably, potentially. But so far here, intense back and forth here going on. Fragbox now they see get the recall of their mid laner, decide to teleport him in here just to make sure that they cannot rotate down, because with all those summoners invested in that earlier engagement there, the dragon will just be ripe for the taking here. And Collison smelling that there's something fishy here in that river. As Lucky, they're trying to go in once again, but does get intercepted by Kerrigan here beautifully.
Yeah, it was very well played. It was a bit obvious, I think. So if you have a Nautilus support that can peel for the AD carry, it's a bit easier to play or to handle with this Echo. Now imagine if you had a squishy support that maybe would have ended up in a double kill.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But like, it wasn't the first time where this exact scenario happened, where Lucky just tries to proc the stun field and does get hooked.
Ooh,
but
nice pillar by Robin.
No flash there to speak of, because he also used that down in the bottom lane, and so Zero will get his first kill here onto the Irelia. That will help a lot in trying to stabilize that matchup and ensure a smooth transitioning for Zero here into those mid-game fights.
Yeah, and a Fed Akali, you never want that, especially as an AD carry. So yes, that's not really what you want. Yen, my wife, is ignited, but I think if he's not getting hit by anything, he should be fine here. Now, how close is this Ezreal to level 6? I hope. Yeah, I think he won't get it in time, so he can't snipe him. But
he just had the perfect stacks there on his tier. There we can see it once again here. Anton Yasser trying to rotate up for some reason, just to secure that camp, but nice coordination from Robin and Zero here. Just collapsing onto him, realizing, okay, he's without flash, and we can easily lock him down there.
Yeah, and it was a very nice pillar as well, just completely blocking the escape. Now Zero going into the Shroud. I think he just wants to get this minion wave without taking too much damage. Oh, 3-man top, then Voxne is very overextended here.
Batata coming up for some bachata here, and with that Shuriken here, Kalizin will pick up that kill against the Lee Sin here. Nicely done. There's the flash coming out for Kerrigan here. He has really set his eyes onto Lucky this game around.
Yeah, it was a good attempt, but Lucky is able, as we said before, they're quite slippery. They can escape this Nautilus hook, so if they don't overextend and rush in, now they want to contest this Rift Herald though.
You still have the man advantage here though on the side of Fragbox. Zero going in there, the Irelia ultimate missing there. Robin surviving by the skin of his teeth. That's a double kill here for Zero. That would be the triple kill here. Can he get the quad? I think so. That all will be stolen away. Scumbag Lucky here on the Rift, stealing away 8-minute potential quarter here from his mid laner, and yeah, that was pretty insane here. Nicely done by the side of Lostic, turning that around. I wasn't even aware Kalizin used his slicing maelstrom earlier, and quite unfortunate here that Anton Yasser also did not connect his ultimate here.
Yeah, but Akali hitting 2 though. Actually, we see a replay here. Akali, she is already 1-0. Now she is 4-0. So very, very difficult to handle. Robin, a very nice pillar to just make them walking all around. Lucky gets caught by the hook again. Zero going straight in onto Potato though. Now you'll see a very nice perfect execution from Zero onto Kellen. Kerrigan goes very low as well. Zero just executes him quite fast, and then with the E, just tries to finish the last kill, but Lucky is there with a basic attack. It's like, oh well,
it's like,
that's mine.
I mean, I could let him have the quota, but do I really want to?
Oh, now Robin is here. They're on the wrong side of this turret though. Potata's ults right in, but there's the stopwatch from Robin. Now Lucky goes onto Potata and gets him. Goes into the stopwatch as well, but he's caught off guard. Ults a bit backwards, but I think he's not going to survive.
Zero is there
here
though.
Yen is my wife is very low.
He's a very fed Akali. He will get himself another double kill here, and that will be 0 chances here of survival for the side of Fragbox. I want to see a replay of that, because that was like the absolute overstay here, or over-aggression on the side of Fragbox. They were not aware here of the location of the members of Lostic, and still decided to dive them down there in the bottom lane, and that leaves Zero here at 6-0.
Yeah, I
staying
think
way too much Zero.
they want to threaten a dive onto Golden God there. In the meantime, we see the Rift Herald gets dropped mid. But Tata needs to ult very early because he's going down so low. Robin buys a lot of time with a stopwatch, and then Lucky just goes in, executes Batata.
Flash again.
It's a battle of the support a bit. But now Zero is here, lands the E onto Antonio Raza to get the Q
Also
onto
Yenis.
Tristana, then executes the Aurelia as well, and Antonio Raza already getting caught out again by Zero.
Why are people flashing away from a 7-0 Akali? You can't survive that, and no way in hell. Also, Yenis, my wife down there in the bottom lane, I was like super optimistic. Okay, I don't have my rocket jump, and the Akali is literally 2 levels higher than me and standing next to me, so that's probably also the earliest Rift Maker that I've ever seen in a game of League of Legends come out from Zero. He already has that for like 2.5 minutes by now, so yeah, it will be a painful experience on the Rift for the side of Fraxbox for the foreseeing future.
They're starting the Drake now. Echo is almost here. Oh, okay, they get the root onto Robin. Robin is quite tanky at the moment, so he's just gonna walk out there. But yes, I think Akali just they didn't want to fight. They wanted to wait for the Ezreal.
Oh my gosh, Collison with the solo kill! Just swagging on then Voxne up here in the top lane. I just loved how he dodged that resonating strike. There's just a smooth sidestep and then chasing him down the lane.
Yes, that's just the advantage he has as a Cannon. And the Lee Sin, he's 0-2. I think Cannon wins that most of the time.
Yeah, but I mean, he's still behind just due to the fact that then Voxne actually managed to pick up 3 turret platings so far, and Zero will now be picking up first. But can we see the gold again, please, observers? Okay, 7,000.
Okay.
I'm getting flashbacks to last week's Zoe performance from Zero. That's just insane. Oh my gosh, 7.2k compared to the 3.6 by Antoniazar. That's double the gold at 13 minutes.
That's
and there's the slicing Maelstrom now coming out from Collison. Then Voxne is in a bit of a pickle here. Does still go forward though for some reason.
Flash forward by
Collison. Get
Collison.
stunned up. Collison wants
really
this. Oh, Shuriken there.
Oh, but
going
look
wide.
who's on the way. Zero is here. He just wants to get another kill. Q does not land Collison, but no, there's
Trying
no
to
way.
dance.
Oh, good stun onto Zero. Now I
this
think
time it connects.
then Voxne is going to secure the kill with the Q. So Zero, I think he had enough of kills. He can try to get his top laner a bit.
It's fine, mate. I got 7 of those already, so I'll just pick up the second turret here. I'm not sure. No, I probably not gonna be enough here before those turret platings drop. Just by an inch here, I think it was not enough time. Batata, they're using his ultimate in the bottom lane, but Zero teleporting in and making sure Golden God does stay safe, can get that reset off. And yeah, so far, there's been a lot of kills so far, 17 to be talking of, but it doesn't really feel like that much action yet. You know, it's not that scrappy. It's just like people killing others really fast. But then Voxne, look at that bait, you know?
Oh, the war jump and the flash to get away.
Yeah.
And this sidestep was really nice as well. And here, Collison, there is no way you get out of this. There
would have been an argument to just turn around because he saw him on the vision board there and just like try and go underneath the tower because there's no way anyway you're gonna survive that. But anyways, here Collison still doing pretty well for himself. Can't really say that about Antoniazar, for example. He's also behind about 25 gold here behind his lane opponent in Zero.
Ooh,
who
maybe
just
now
has the best time of his life.
Okay. Just a short trade here. Lee Sin is now getting stronger. He has a lot of platings. He has a lot of farm as well. He's, I think, around 30 CS up. So
Zero already has a fully completed Sonya's Hourglass at 15 minutes in, together with the Rift Maker and the tier 2 boots. Look at Anthony Osser, he's still going for the Build-A-Bear approach here a bit. So yeah, a little bit of a gap there to be noticed.
Ooh, hook plants onto Lucky. Now the ult
Lucky.
as well. Lucky ults himself to get out or get a bit of
There's
space,
another
but
slicing
there's-
Maelstrom. And now the Vanguard set here does connect onto Den Voxen. He's all by himself. Bartata also coming in there, stunning him up and making sure he does go down. So 2 clean kills here over to Fragbox. Lostic starting to play a little bit more sloppy, I feel.
Yeah, I think they were just overextending. They didn't know that so many people were there in the top jungle. Zero was on the other side of the map. He could not really match the play because his TP is not up. And like, the only member I think that is so fed is Zero. The others are like they're ahead by a bit, but you can't fight 2v3, especially if you get Nautilus hooked and then Nautilus ulted as well to just already eliminate one player, which makes the player deficit even worse. Now it's Lucky and then Vox being caught in the top jungle. There are 4 Fragbox people around, and Lucky he's almost getting one shot. He uses his ult to survive a bit.
That one Q did like a third of his health bar there from Collison. But like Collison, he's 4 levels higher than Lucky at the moment, so quite understandable, I think. Lucky feeling himself a bit on that Echo, but they do manage to pick up that first Ocean Dragon here for themselves, stopping that potential win condition here for the side of Fragbox to get to that Ocean Soul early.
Yeah, I think Lucky is having fun. He's flashing onto the Nautilus. It's like a bit of the supports, they get each other. And now Rift Herald is being spawned in the bot lane. I think they just want to funnel more gold into Zero here by taking this tier 2. But I think Batata and they want to defend this. Now stun lands onto Lucky, but...
In the meantime, actually, Yen is my wife, investing the flash, but manages to take out Golden God here, and also Colors in here onto Den Voxen. Does secure another kill for his team. 2 kills for the bottom tower. In terms of math, that is worth it, but Colors in without his ult does get caught out. They trade back 2 for 2 here as Zero comes in there and secures... no, he does actually not secure a kill. And they both went over to Lucky and Robin respectively here.
Yeah, this Trundle is getting very far ahead, I would say, or like he's very strong as well. He's 2-0-10. He has a lot of farm, so you have to be careful. He's getting very tanky and dishes out a lot of damage, so he's also a threat to be reckoned with. But this Akali, like, the damage is quite insane. So yeah, I think if they can CC her and just chain it with Cannon, the Volibear, and then maybe into an Irelia stun and into the Nautilus, like they have a lot of tools to CC her. Here we see a little replay though. Golden got Ian forward, nice Arcane Shift forward, so that it just doesn't have an escape. Good damage onto Yenis, my wife. He almost goes down. Now then Voxna tries to kind of save the play. That Golden got overcommit a bit, but now he's just getting chased down. Kazin also with the slicing maelstrom gets kicked away, but Kerrigan is there to get the hook, and Kazin just secures the kill.
Yeah, they managed to turn it back around there. I think it's also noteworthy here that Robin so far, he has like a 85% kill participation. Also has built close to a 3,000 gold lead here over his opponent there as well. But yeah, Zero, spoiler alert, still by far the most fed member here on the side of Lostic. In the meantime though, it doesn't even look that bad here for the Fragbox member. If we like exclude Zero's wallet here, I think the game could be pretty even. And so far, like, Zero has shown that he's very willing to head into those side lanes and keep pushing. Well, yeah, he can certainly do that because he is very ahead and there's no one that can really match him. But that opens them up, of course, for this insane team fight composition here that Fragbox has drafted as Lucky here going in once again. Yen is my wife there does get picked on. Then Voxne though being potentially caught underneath the turret here. Patata using the ulti, managing to take him down. They do trade 1-for-1 here. 80 carry though for Fragbox does go down. Anton Yasser has to invest the flash here. Lucky going into the stopwatch here. Robin, oh my gosh, Golden God here just plucking away at them, getting the kill onto Kerrigan here with a nicely aimed Mystic shot. And now they're all sieging onto that mid lane turret here. It's still a 4v3 here so far, and Lostic just doing a great job of pulling them out of their own jungle, securing that map control here and taking away all these resources.
Yeah, but very important here, Callison has to go to the top lane. He has to catch the wave because it's quite a huge one that Sierra was able to push in onto the tier 2 tower. So here Yen is my wife. He's just getting 2v1 by Denvoxne and Golden God. I think Denvoxne tried to kick him away, but Yen has the jump available. Denvoxne is still... Oh no, actually Ezreal got the kill.
Does not miss his Mystic shots. Now look at this. Actually, I barely even saw how he took down Kerrigan here. Nice stun kill coming out from Lucky. Okay, Kerrigan there overstepping. And look at it. It's just eeing forward and then throwing out the Mystic shot there once again to the back of the head, taking out Kerrigan, who, yeah, I think maybe, you know, maybe Lucky's aggressive play in lane was just like, oh,
yeah,
Kerrigan.
I think Kerrigan is just dead here. Robin and Zero. Now True Shot Barrage coming in as well. Ooh, he survives with around 50 HP. Zero escapes the stun here. I think maybe if Zero got a stun there, they could have... There was a world where they could commit. Yen is my wife here now to clear the wave. Ooh.
Maybe, you know, maybe Lucky was just conditioning Kerrigan, you know, to make him think that he's always playing like super unsafe and aggressive, and so he'd always like go forward with his hook, and then that they can then take him out when he's so overextended. But yeah, they're just continuing the siege train here on the side of Lostic. They do have quite a significant lead also in terms of levels, as Anton Yasra trying to hit another flawless duet here. Kerrigan is a bit of his lonesome here.
Zero already ulted once. Perfect execution. Gets a lot of damage, but did not secure the kill. Golden got this. At the same time, Robin was able to get the dragon, but I think Lostic, they had to be careful there because they were down on players. But I think now, where Kerrigan is dead, they're a bit scared because they don't have the same CC they had before, so they can't just hook somebody and take them out. So the siege just continues onto this top turret, and I think they just have to wait until this Nautilus is back alive.
Yeah, also interesting choice here. I don't see too many Mercury threats here on the side of Fragbox in particular here, especially on that Volibear. It, of course, is quite a hindrance when you cannot really move forward too far, because there's always that big threat of the Echo W landing on you and slowing him down, but then also potentially stunning him up right then and there. Patata isn't really at the point yet where he's particularly tanky.
Oh yeah, we actually see the replay. Kerrigan, there's nobody really that can follow him up, so he's super far forward. A perfect execution, almost gets it, but Golden God secures the kill, lands the Q as well onto Yen.
It's like the moment where you question mark ping your support, and you're like, mate, you good?
We can't follow up there. Yeah, but it's like
it's a scary Akali. I don't really want to go in there.
Yeah, but it's also, I think, you mentioned Merc threats before, but the problem is, if you go Merc threats, then there's just an Ezreal that is doing a lot more damage to you, because you don't have this additional armor from these steel caps. So, like, you get some protection against the Akali and against the stuns and slows with the Mercs, but there's still a 4-1 and 3 Ezreal that is just poking away at you, hitting those mystic shots that really do hurt.
Yeah, true that. As a Lucky, they're looking for a nice stun build. Anton Yasra here being stunned up. good jump back there from him. But Zero here goes legendary. Nice knock up there onto both Lucky and Zero. Now Kelazin is finally in the fight, but it's not enough here. He will go down, and Yenis, my wife, does get talked out with the attack, with the resonating strike. Does get taken out there, followed up, and that's a clean ace here over to Lostic. And in those 26 minutes, they're just able to smoothly finish out the game here, just get onto the Nexus, and that's gonna be all she wrote here for game number 1. Lostic taking this in a very less explosive fashion than we're used from them, just like methodically grinding them down, you know, putting pressure on them when they can. Of course, they kill them. But they were mostly focusing on objectives, like, okay, yeah, let's have them, we'll focus on Rift Herald. They took a fight there, they let them have the first 2 dragons, focusing on the top side of the map a little more, and just making sure they do not fall behind any of those threats. Managed to pick up a ton of turret platings. I think in total, they were able to get like 11 platings or so quite insane here on the side of Lostic. And then just sieging onto those towers early, that will give you so much map control, and then catching them out over and over and over again. And yes, of course, it does help that your Akali like went 6-0 super early into the game.
Yeah, but actually, did Akali die once?
No.
Yes, because like I think they played it so very strategic, so they played it a bit safer, because they already, like, I think all of them at the end, they had a bounty on their head. So obviously you don't really want to get that bounty over to the opposing side that can maybe find their way back into the game. As you mentioned, like, there was one point in the game where it was kind of equal if you ignored the Akali.
If you like, for all of the discussions we have, and we pretend that there's no 7-0 Akali.
Yeah, but still, like, there was an opportunity to make a comeback in this game, and I feel like they played it very strategically to not give over these shutdowns, to just siege onto the towers, make sure you have priorities for the objectives, get all the drakes, get the Rift Heralds, siege onto the towers, and then at the end, like, I think they were just so ahead that they just got tower and tower, and eventually Fragbox, they had to commit. Otherwise, they would just take the Nexus as well. So you don't really want to give that one for free. And yes, like, they were so ahead. Akali played it super well. Was able to escape from the slicing maelstrom with the stop or with the Sonias.
Like the 10 minute Sonias might have helped him staying alive a little bit. But actually really liked Fragbox draft coming into this, because we could see there they were a bit subject to like all the poke that Golden God threw out, and also like a lot of threat, just or a lot of space kind of being occupied by these W's being thrown out by Lucky's Echo over and over. And then of course, like the Lee Sin, he can really fish with those Qs and look for potential entries. Unfortunately, they were never quite able to like get off a proper cannon flank. We saw it there right at the end, but at that point they were arguably already too far gone, so to speak. And also, like, the fight was already lost when Cannon entered it. So in a different world, that might have looked slightly different, but as it stands, Lostic here taking the win quite convincingly here over Fragbox. So it's 1-0 now for them. We're gonna head into a quick break, and then we'll see whether Fragbox can come back into this, take us all the way to 3 games, or whether Lostic will continue their train of being undefeated. But until then, get something to drink and a nice snack, and we'll see you guys in a minute.
Stuff we try not to talk about. Still your smile keep on heating up the climate, and all the blood to my cheeks are rushing out, yeah. And by accident, you're getting closer. Oh, can you tell me something, tell me something? Is it a wild shot of letting you know that you're the topic of all of my thoughts, yeah. 'Cause I'm so sick of this friend zone. so real. And your eyes keep on talking in the silence, and all the blood to my cheeks are rushing now, yeah, yeah. And I'm hoping you are getting closer. Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? Is it a world short of letting you know that you're the topic of all of my thoughts, yeah? And that I'm sick of this friend zone. Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? 'Cause I'm so sick of this friend zone.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Mit dem Scheitel wäre es natürlich toll, wenn man den nicht vergisst zu machen, weil sonst ist es einfach nervig, wenn man jetzt...
Alice, kannst du mir helfen mit dem WLAN-Passwort?
Mom, geh doch einfach auf die My Swisscom App!
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Et voilà, Internet ultra rapide.
Toujours pas.
Bah non. Ouais, allô? Ouais, écoutez, j'ai un souci familial. Ça marche pas.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Welcome back! Hey! We're back after Lustig taking the first game.
Yeah.
We don't know what that was. But yes, we're looking forward for the next game. We hope it's not going to be such a game again, because I think after Zero got that first kill and then the triple kill in the river, that was almost a quadra. It was almost a highlight. But yes, sadly, Lucky stole that kill. But yeah,
I think he's salty after that. just a little bit, you know. Like, I get that supports don't get way enough appreciation for like roaming to the top half of the map early on, but that was just mean. That was just, yeah. But we actually got a tweet here from one of you guys. If you, by the way, also want to be featured here live on stream, you can let us know what you think about the games here using the hashtag ESLSwiss or tweeting at ESLSwiss here. And yeah, it's Maxi Thunder here saying, no way Elastic lose this with Lucky on Echo. Go game 2 already, thanks.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually not really knowing how that Echo will look like in the support role. I was expecting maybe that could go there, like, it was more of a joke, like, yes, Echo could also be played support, like, yeah. And
Yeah,
then
but
actually
I mean,
coming
it
out,
was
like...
spot on. It was absolutely spot on. I personally wasn't entirely sure if he was the difference maker or whether it was like 0 on the 7-0 Akali. But we'll just leave that up for interpretation, I'd say.
I think he still had a quite nice game overall. I think the composition, they had, like, I think every lane played quite well. I think Den Voxner on top as well, like he was able to relatively neutralize the lane. Like there was no one really getting ahead. He even got a lot of platings where he got ahead in gold, so that was actually quite good for him, even though he's not a main top role. So we kind of have to consider that.
So
And
like
I think
just the early part of that laning phase was so costly for Collison, because he died early on in that river fight, lost a lot of farm due to that, and also a ton of platings because Lee Sin is just with his flurry of fists, he just takes down towers so fast, just spamming those abilities, getting some additional attack speed. He can really cash in these platings super fast, and we saw that. Like he took down 3 turret platings quite early on, and then like with a bit of help from Trundle later on, they also managed to finish that one off. So yeah, overall he was able to really hold on to that game quite well, even though he was like he died twice to Collison also quite early. So that could have gone different. Maybe if they draft something similar here, where Collison does kind of have the matchup advantage, help him out a little early, create that pressure around him, also make sure that they set up the waves properly. They can potentially be looking for a dive even, or just zone away then Voxnef from 1 or 2 waves and like really make him there's oftentimes people always think that, okay, yeah, just kill a player, just take him out and you're good to go. In the worst case, you're not really doing much to them. If the wave is in a proper state and they die, yes, you get the 300 kill gold, but depending on the wave state, how much CS you have and how well or how many CS you then miss, that might not even matter, especially if your opponent gets to set up in such a way that after you get that kill and you have to either walk back to lane because you used the TP earlier or still have the TP, he's in such an advantageous state that he can like take 1 or 2 turret platings, and then he's even ahead. You're like, you haven't even gotten anything out of that kill, except that if your jungler was there, that they now know where your jungler is and a little bit of assist pocket money. So it's not always just like about killing someone. It's about deleting someone from the game. And like if you manage to like really make someone not play the game anymore, then you've accomplished your goal.
it's like the Korean advice. It's like, yeah, just kill. Just delete him from the game. It's like, oh, okay, yeah.
Just win.
Yes, like, just win. Yeah. But actually mentioning the draft, like if we compared, or like we can't really compare it because we only had 1 game. But if we look at the draft from before, what would you think should Fragbox do on their draft? I think actually the Fragbox draft was quite nice. What do you think will they adapt to maybe play against Lostic so they have a winning opportunity through a different role, or do you think they'll just roll it back once again?
Honestly, it's quite hard here. I feel for me to grasp, because I honestly, like, I really like the draft coming out from them. The only issue I felt they had were like was the fact that they had like decent engage and decent CC, but they didn't really have too much range. So like they got outranged quite heavily by their opposition, and like between the frozen pillar from Trundle and the parallel convergence from Echo, it's like you create so much space, and then you have these mystic shots flying your way. So and also Lee Sin fishing with the sonic waves over and over. It's like you can't really get in there because they can just create so much distance and keep the distance because they are so slippery. So like maybe some more hard engage, maybe like a little more sustain or something, or explosive. I feel like in this scenario here, for example, they potentially could have just looked at maybe a Seraphine here in the mid lane, just to keep their front line topped off here, make sure that he can keep safe against the Akali, because Seraphine, she can just farm against the Akali. You know you're not at an advantage here in that in this matchup, because I felt like that was a big part here of the problem, putting Antoniasa on the Irelia, which can get ahead or can snowball super hard. But the thing is, if she's behind, she can't really do much, because she always has to get into melee range in order to just CS. If you're running like a control mage, you can just clear these waves from afar, and you're like good to go. And even then it doesn't even matter. Take the Seraphine. Like even if Zero is 10-0 and just dives you underneath the turret, put an exhaust on him, pop your W shield and ult him, and you're like, okay, yeah, good luck killing me, but if you mess, he might take you down, but if he messes up, you get 1,000 gold, which is well worth it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if you have on the other side the Zero that is still 10-0, like, yeah, I don't know if that is worth it.
I'd argue
but I don't
it doesn't even get there,
yeah,
you know?
True. I think actually that is a quite nice approach you're taking there, like maybe having a scaling mid or a mid that is rather safe, because Irelia against Akali, it's basically a bit of a handshake where you have the two non-ranged champions.
And then it comes down to like who roams better, but like on paper, if we look at the roster here coming out from Lostic, they're all like way higher elo, and don't assume that you can set up a wave better, that you have more control over the wave set, that you have more agency. Something like Lucky on like, even if he doesn't have the best game on like an Echo, he will still do great shot calling, and him like moving all the pieces around the map will be a lot more impactful than you having an Irelia that can pop off if the stars align.
Yeah, I think actually like just having a champion in mid, or like just having champions that can play a bit safer, so it's not like really just a skill matchup in the middle, but it's also a bit like just farming to get these power spikes towards a team fight, then to maybe really get the team fights and not already get outscaled in the lane.
Yeah, and I mean, Zero did a fantastic job this game. He set him up. He set himself up early for success by just trying to like punish, shove in early, make the wave bounce back to him, and then he like just had the better opportunity to roam up, and it rewarded him with a near quadra kill, as we're running through those spans here for game number 2. Looking into the future, they are banning out the Diana here once again. Maybe you can tell us a little something about this preference here from Batata.
Yeah, I think Batata has played a lot of games on Diana. I think it's not really the most played, but I think Diana just has such a high utility as well with the pullback. Okay, actually,
it's on the wrong side though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's on the wrong side, but I think because they didn't ban it, they pick it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it would go over to Yen is my wife, and I think they don't want to have a a Draven main on the Draven. But actually, let's take a look at the other bans as well. We have Diana ban, Darius and a Braum coming out from Lostic, and on the other side we have the Xin Zhao against Robin, since he had some good games on it already. The Thresh against Lucky, because you can be so impactful on the Thresh.
Love it.
And the Syndra, targeting Zero and Golden God at the same time as well. Now we see Jinx and Lee Sin. That's already two very, very mighty champions.
Yeah, and there's the Irelia now also being picked up here on the side of Lostic. So looks to be quite an explosive one here, but so far, once again here, I really love the draft here coming up from Fragbox also, especially if that Leona here will be locked in too, because they're saying, okay, you might pick away that Draven from me, that's fine. I'm just gonna make sure I'm picking an AD carry where I surely outscale you. So like they're under pressure here, and then pick an early game jungler in order to facilitate that here, potentially to also set back the Draven, ideally reset his adoration stacks, and yeah, make sure he does not get rolling, he does not get to like a big execution threshold. But yes, you really want to talk about the Lulu.
No, actually I didn't want to talk about the Lulu. I had a weird idea about the Lostic draft.
Yeah.
Because again, it's quite a flex.
True.
So I have this weird idea
Draven
that then
top?
Voxer will play Draven top, honestly, set support and Aurelia mid. Because I haven't seen Golden God played a lot of Draven games.
Yeah? Yeah?
So,
oh, okay.
So,
and I think the Malphite ban might just be the giveaway here.
yeah, because I feel like Golden God, I really haven't seen it on the OPGG, not at all, that he plays Draven. And
I think
like
he played it in the past.
a lot of Jinx, a lot of Ezreal, and Ezreal can just play very safely and very good in the bottom lane.
But
now they have a lot
playing
of
Draven isn't actually that hard. You just need to wear a tank top where it says reformed, shave your head bald, scream into the camera, and catch some axes.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
like,
easy.
yes.
R/Korean advice.
Yeah, I mean, they banned the
Hashtag
Wukong
T1
away.
fanboys.
They banned the Wukong as well, so that might is also an indication that Draven could go top.
They just want to avoid the direct backline access here for Fragbox. I mean, if you're going with 2 AD carries, and Draven isn't really the one that has a lot of mobility, so yeah, a Malphite can be quite punishing, and so can the Wukong. But there is actually now the Akali here, this time on the side of Fragbox.
Yeah, so Akali could destroy a Draven as well. However, yeah, it's a bit of a like, who gets snowballing first?
Yeah,
between Draven and Akali, because if Draven gets ahead, Akali just gets two-shotted. If Akali gets ahead, Draven basically can't lane anymore, and he's just gonna be down forever, and it's just gonna get executed by Akali for the whole game. But I still feel like Draven could
there's
still
a
go
Kayn.
top.
There's a Kayn in the game. Okay,
I mean, they're missing on AP now, so
yeah,
I feel like a 6
bit.
in the bot lane.
Could be. Or
Zoe.
in the mid.
Wait. Oh, okay.
Like,
okay, it's Draven bot then.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so Draven is bot together with Set, most likely.
Yeah,
the
and Zoe mid,
Irelia
Irelia
top.
top.
Okay. I think there was the idea of putting Draven top, but I think the Akali...
They were like, nah, I don't want it. You know, this is like an ADC in 2021 meme that's approaching me. I rather not, you know. It would be fun, but you know, I prefer not to get bullied. And Fragbox here now picking up the Jax too. I gotta say, really love this draft here on the side of Fragbox Gaming. With that early game jungler, if Lee Sin gets, and this is into a Kayn here, so he can really bully him, I think. And also in terms of priorities here, if Antoniazra can get some priority early, back up his jungler here when he goes for some invades on the side of Lostic. If they manage to get into the late game here between a Jinx, the Lulu and the Jax, they have so much potential, and Akali and Lee Sin arguably some of the best choices here in order to get them to those late game fights. But we'll have to see. It will still be a lot down to execution if Lostic gets rolling early, as they usually do, we gotta say, then this could be over pretty fast.
Yes.
Because
Like-
if you bully late game champions early, they will be quite useless.
Yes, and I mean, like, if you have a snowballing Draven, if you have a snowballing Zoe, we have seen it in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Snowballing Zoe is no fun
It's not
for the
fun,
opponents.
No. It's
think
fun to
also-
watch, I guess.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. It's
fun
quite
to
nice.
play. It's not really fun to watch because it like physically hurts me.
But it's also nice. It's always nice. It's like, oh, the troll ball, and then like,
Badoom.
a champion
True.
just explodes
True.
out of nowhere.
I gotta say, I really miss that about League of Legends because I feel like in the earlier seasons it was way more common that you had abilities that would just like nuke your health bar. But because nobody like had mobility, that was all it did, you know, like after that it was done for like 20 seconds because you had to get back in or get your flashback or whatever. It's not like these days where everybody and their grandmother has 17 dashes and the flash on top of it, where it's just like, okay, yeah, I'll just gonna run you down, you know, I'm not gonna deal a huge amount of damage, but I'll just run you down.
Yeah, I mean, yes. It's basically, I mean, Kane can run through walls even.
True.
Aurelia has jumps.
A lot of them.
And like, yeah, Aurelia, another champ that, like, if she gets rolling, snowballing,
Yeah, can be.
I feel like, but I think that's been Lostic's draft for all games so far.
Yeah.
They have
But then
champions.
again, like, Irelia, not the easiest champ to play, arguably got quite a bit easier since her changes to her passive. I feel a lot more approachable to like people who don't usually play her than Voxnet being in an off roll here. It could matter. Just saying, it could matter.
Yes, of course. Like, then Voxner, I don't know about his Aurelia. He's an ADC main, so yeah, we don't know that. But I guess like he also is enjoying some ARAMs here and there, and Aurelia and ARAM can be fun, but also can be no
True that.
fun.
I mean, also maybe like these games really helped then Voxner here, because I feel like his approach was, okay, when I'm playing ADC, what are the most annoying champions that usually just like nuke me out of this reality? And I think Lee Sin is up there probably in high elo. Also Irelia, yeah, there's a strong case for that as well. So he's like, okay, I'm just gonna pick the most annoying shit that I can find, and I'm gonna play it myself, you know?
But then it would be Malphite top, I think.
You think? No,
Yeah.
but, you know,
Malphite is like, oh well, I see an ADC, I go, and if I
Yeah.
have team backup, yeah, let's go.
but it's like
Well,
you want the only thing you have to learn is like learn to flash Malphite. You as an AD carry, learn to flash Malphite ult. One of the most satisfying feelings there is. And if you like pay attention to it, you can do it so consistently.
Oh,
And you can like flash every second ult due to like the long cooldown that it has. So usually you get around there. So it's like, you know, and then the Malphite is usually pretty deep, and you can just hopefully turn it around. But yeah, I guess Irelia is more interactive. Than just being
yeah,
a
true. And
rock, I guess.
she can like hop on top of you like every 5 to 6 seconds in the late
it's
game.
like-
So
It's like
Yeah.
be an unstoppable force and be able to ult every 2 minutes, or like every 5 seconds. Which one do you want?
yeah, you have a point. You have a point.
Yeah.
But like,
And also be a champion that was like reworked in 2021.
yeah,
So
true.
that's
These champions
all.
are sometimes yeah. But actually, let's take a look again on the frag box draft, because I feel like if they get to the late game with the Chaks, with the Chinks, the Lulu that can back up the Chinks.
Yeah.
It,
And the
it looks
and the Jax
really
as
rough.
well.
Yes.
Like Jax also. Like even if they kill Yenis, my wife, on the Jinx here, as long as Collagen stays alive, he's still a very big threat. And like an Ardent Sensor on Collagen, backed up by Kerrigan on this Lulu, and then also like throwing the Wild Growth onto him, giving him a bit of shield. So and then him like with the counter strikes up all the time, that will just be fantastic here, especially against the likes of the Irelia, against the Draven, of course, and also against Lucky on the set. So you can avoid a lot of damage.
There's a lot of AD on the Lustig side, and as we know, Jax stacks up armor and is very, very tanky in the late game, and as you said, with a Counter-Strike can work quite well with that. And Golden God is on an ADC that is fairly immobile, like he still has a W where he gets that movement speed, but if he's running into you and you catch him off guard, it's like, yes, we have him, because there is no like arcane shift that you always have with Ezreal that's so painful when you like, oh, I got him, no, he arcane shifted away. It's like, yes, like Draven is a relatively mobile champ, but he also has Set as a support that can kind of peel for him, so if someone wants to run into Draven, Set is just going to ult him away. So Draven does have a lot of damage. Yes, like I really haven't seen Golden God play a lot of Draven recently. I don't know how his Draven is, but I guess he also has experience on this champ. So yes, we will see how this game is gonna go. Yeah, and I'd say welcome everybody to Summoner's Rift here. Fragbox is currently behind 0-1 here against the likes of Lustig, but we're heading into game number 2 now, and we'll have to see whether they can take it back here, take it all the way to 3 games, or whether Lustig can keep up their incredible streak here. I think they haven't even dropped a single game, qualifiers included actually, so super solid performance coming out from them. And yeah, I'm gonna be looking a lot at this Kayn here, I think. I was about to say, I think it's interesting that we did not see any level 1 shenanigans so far. Like, I think in all the games we've streamed, there was no real action. The full-on cheese. He'll just be waiting in that brush. But I think they don't know, and he's gonna go bot side, so maybe Kayn can actually completely take his top side. But they have a ward on the Raptors, so they might spot him out after the red when he's doing the Raptors, or like I don't know if he can do, like he can probably do red alone, but usually you start Raptors, yes. First. You usually start Raptors, and maybe he's getting spotted here on the ward. They do know, I think. I'm not quite sure. We definitely need the vision toggle here, not the other one. Yeah, I think they saw it. Maybe if they saw the Raptor, but I think they haven't seen him going over that wall, and probably you don't expect it. Yeah. So also, like, nicely done by Robin that he like went around rather than like just straight down from the rep up, you know? He walked all the way through the back, but we'll probably see here where Batata will be heading. If he goes topside, then he'll be screwed. But now they'll know because he's going Robin is top. Here. And that's a jump away from Kalasin and a very good stun onto Robin, so Robin can't do much there. Now they know. Yeah, now they should know, but it's already a very good gank. It makes it a bit easier for den Voxne. He's still level 1, so the level 2 really helped out Kalasin there, that he got the early push. But we also see it on the other side that Golden God and Lucky had the early push and the early level 2. Now Batata... Yeah, I'm sorry, my friend, but your topside camps are not up anymore, and Kayn is topside as well. Maybe he's looking to go towards this Aurelia. Yeah, looking for it here. Oh no, then Voxne. Oh, he gets a stun, but there's a counter strike coming down. Then Voxne now potentially being caught. Oh, the Sonic Wave goes wide. A little impatient on that one here. As yeah, Batata. Oh, Robin is here now, though. I think he's going over the wall, straight onto Batata. 1v1, I guess. Now let's see how that is going to go. Very good W by Robin. Gets the slow. Batata just wants to run. He gets over the wall, but I think Robin follows that. Yes, he follows at very... What? Where did the shoot? Okay. Yeah, I mean, they just take him out here. Robin, I'm actually curious whether he'll be opting for the blue form and be waiting for that one, or just take the first one that he gets, which will be most likely red form here, as he's already been topside here twice, and all 3 champions here between Jax, Lee Sin, and the Akali, of course, are melee champions.
Bit of an observer bait here down.
Yeah, it looked like Lucky would have the movement speed to get close enough to catch one of them off guard, but Kerrigan all with a polymorph. Oh, we get another engage, but
yeah,
maybe I think they're nothing.
I wasn't 100% sure why Batata doesn't try to turn it here.
Yeah, I thought he could turn it as well.
The best thing he can do here is trade flash for flash, but he'll always take that. And also, Zero having priority in mid lane, so I think at that point you just turn it here as the Lee Sin. I mean, he does have the Conqueror, and Kane already used his E. But yeah, now Robin actually getting significantly ahead here in the jungle quite early on. Also making a return to Batata's jungle here, taking those Raptors a second time.
Oh, actually, Batata's invading here, and that's a bit behind enemy lines, but he takes the blast gun out again, so he shouldn't be in too much trouble, because if he's getting pinched there by Kane and the Zoe from the mid lane, that might just be another death, but that's the first plate secured for Golden God and Lucky in the bot lane. And yes, like, I don't think you want to have a Draven scaling that freely. But
I mean, at that point, what can you really do? Batata is more occupied with protecting his own camps as well as he can, and but also like trying to like get something back here. But Robin, he'll just constantly invade him now. Like, he doesn't even have his form yet, but having the Iron Spike whip completed so early, he can really start bullying him. Will back away here. Set his sights onto the dragon. No, not quite. He will go and pick up that red buff here first, but look at it. I mean, he's already 4 camps ahead over his opponent here, and Batata now has to recall. Look at this, already a 700 gold lead, and Robin hasn't even finished his clear yet.
yeah, like, so far I think like Lostic has the gold lead in almost every lane. Top lane is quite even at the moment. I think Jax has a bit of the advantage there. But so far, Lostic is playing it out very well. Lucky goes in, gets the stun onto Jens.
Oh, teleport, they're coming in. There's Antonias.
Robin is here as well.
Coming down, there's the flash forward there onto Golden God. Will he be able to take him down? The 5-point circuit going down. Perfect execution, sealing the deal here. Robin also going quite low, but Zero is now in the fight. And there's another TP now channeled, but that one is from Lostic here, as Zero does take down Kerrigan on the Lulu here, and Yenis, my wife, does also die to then Voxness Irelia here.
Yeah, favorable trade, I think, for Lostic. Zero had a very good roam towards that bottom lane as well. Antonias had to blow that TP, and Zero just roaming down is a bit late, so he can't save Golden God. But I think overall, like, they came out ahead.
Yeah, the good thing here though for Fragbox was denying those stacks from the Draven by taking him out there, because after last patch, that's not only good because you potentially deny him that cash out from if he gets a kill, but you are also able to reduce the shutdown threshold or the execution threshold that he can get with the Whirling Death here.
Yeah, but actually I think very good TP coming out from Anthony Azra. He really saved Jinx, because I think Jinx would have died very surely, even though she dies here now as well. So I think like Zero getting a kill plus then Voxne is nothing you really want. Like, we've seen a Zoe coming very ahead. Now Robin is in the top lane, but Tata is here as well, but Robin already is getting a lot of damage.
There's the Counter-Strike now coming
down. They're just turning that away, but Tata and Kalasan are going in.
There's the flash forward. Kalasan though surviving a lot. And there's the Triumph to help him out.
Oh, it's a 2v3
Robin though, he goes in with the ultimate here, but Robin is overstepping, does get taken out here by Antoniazra on his Akali here, and that's a 2-for-1 trade here actually for Fragbox.
Okay, that lands, but Akali still has her E to get away from that. But I think very well played by the side from Fragbox. They know how strong Jax is in this lineup.
By the way, also the Lulu here, such a great pick, just being able to turn somebody into a cupcake, whether it's the Kane, the Irelia, or potentially even the Draven, like just gives you a lot of safety as okay, that's a bit of a delay there on the Dragon's Rage, but still managed to knock back then Voxne here. Can he turn it around? What is that? Irelia is a beautiful champion reworked in 2021 and 2020, and yeah, not more before that, but that seemed quite balanced there, as now there's the showstopper onto Yen is my wife. He does pop the flash here, but Golden God securing that kill here with the execute coming out
they're going
from
for
the Whirling Death, and Kerrigan now being caught out here potentially. There's the Wild Growth now popped. Lucky is a cupcake, will die to the tower, but Golden God securing another kill here to his name, and will now go back and spend a lot of gold here.
Yeah, I think that's very, very favorable for the Lostic side. They get a kill in mid on then Voxne, who was able to turn around this fight. However, he did that. Oh, actually, maybe we get a fight here. Oh, Robin is just opting to run away here. But Golden God getting 2 kills in the bot lane. Yes, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, and they finally managed to stop a bit of that snowball from Robin here by taking him out there in the top lane. Look at Collis in here. He's really putting a clinic onto then Voxne with those plated steel caps completed there. We can have another look at it. As yeah, but Tata, that Dragon's Rage looked so late. He was like, I don't know when the Archie didn't work, but him turning that around just absolutely insane here. Anton Yasra ending up with the double buffs there now. Ooh, that's painful. Lostix 0 going down here to Anton Yasra, and yeah, I mean last time it was a 0 being super fed on the Akali. Now it's Anton Yasra who's now 4-0 here, as Kalizin has to run for the hills in the meantime. Yen is my wife was actually taken down again down in the bottom lane by Robin.
Yeah, kills happening around all the map. I think Lostic, they get some snowballs, but they also give it away again. It's like you sometimes think, okay, now the snowball comes in rolling, but now we actually see the kill onto the Jinx. Robin is just here. Yeah, there's nothing you can do. Blue smite onto you. You have no movement speed anymore, and Robin is just gonna chase you down. And that's actually a solo bolo by the jungler from Lostic.
The single dingle there coming out. As yeah, it's actually decent here for the side of Fragbox that Golden God did not get an assist on that one there. The gold is largely in favor of Lostic here by 3k ahead. I mean, we mentioned it's a lot of back and forth here, but like on paper, if Fragbox manages to drag this one out, they could really stand a chance because of how well Jax and the Jinx scale into that late game, especially when they're backed up by an enchanter here like this Lulu. And also Anton Yasra is such a menace on that Akali here already.
I think so far the only, or not the only thing, but the thing that really... Oh, that's a very good set ult underneath the tower, and Kalisin is just gonna die like that from the Haymaker from Lucky with the true damage. Yeah. And that is a quite good roam. Lucky everywhere on the map, and that... Yeah, they can't do Herald anymore because of this.
Feels like a bit of a miscommunication here for Kalizin, that he overstepped so much there, because by doing that they kind of concede river control here.
TP is channeled.
Then Voxen is back here again. See, I told you he just wants to be as annoying as possible for the enemy AD carry. Just on cooldown, pressing teleport again into the bottom lane and being like, "You're playing AD carry in 2021, my friend? Let me show you how we do it."
Yeah, and I mean Golden God, I think he could have almost easily killed the Jinx there, but I think like then Voxne TPing in is like one basic attack and one Q.
Oh, Anton Yasra here. Can he turn it around? Does have.
Oh, flash forward by then Voxne, but Anton Yasra, he has so much mobility, so...
Does manage to get out there, does not... No, he doesn't even have a shutdown, so... There to give up, really, as he's 30 farm behind his lane opponent, and therefore... will not have that shutdown. As once again here, Lostic is looking to pick up a lot of turret plating. Collison just going down here. Nice flash coming out from Golden Goal. Just avoids him there. And yeah, Collison's like, okay, I might as well go for the flip here. I guess he really does need that acceleration here. But Lostic taking down 2 turrets with all of their platings. And I don't think Fragbox even got to touch a single one of the gold lead. Is already extended to 6,000 gold. Batata trying to find then Voxner there with, or rather Golden God there with that Sonic Wave, but he's already long gone.
Yeah, so at the moment it looks really like it's a bit of mechanical outplays all around the map. But Antonias, right? He has a really good game on that Akali, and I think if he gets some good executions on the side of Lostic, he can really turn around the fight. And also the Jax, even though he got killed 3 times now in the last few minutes, he is still quite
He's holding on. He's holding on.
Yes.
You know, he's like you know.
Kick onto the Voxner here. Oh, there he's 1v3 here. Collison now
And it's turned into a cupcake. That's a shutdown here for Collison as he gets a kill here to his name. As Yen is my wife will be executed there by the Whirling Death. Golden Geld going on a rampage is the most fed member actually now on the side of Lostic. As Lostic now also picking up that dragon here, and Robin actually opting for the blue cane here. He actually did rush the Yumus after the early Iron Spike whip and then a tier, just going full on scaling here, full on everything, I guess, with that Yumus Ghostblade here.
Yeah, but Blue Cane, I know why, because he wants to have fun. He wants to just delete the Jinx, the Lulu, and then they just play 5v3. But maybe that hurts a bit the overall team fightability, because against the Jax,
I mean, I'm not sure whether at this point Lostic is even looking to team fight like at all. They're just like, okay, yeah, we're just gonna do the same as in the previous game. Just take like any 1v1 or 1v2 we can find and just try and like outperform our opponents on like an individual level.
Yeah, it's actually, the game has snowballed already around 7k out of control.
Here.
Then Oxney is a bit
out
away, but Tata has the kick available. Gets behind him, gets the kick onto the then Voxner. Now he's getting stunned. Maybe can he outplay this again? Gets the Q onto the Lulu to escape.
Does he actually get away?
Does he get away here? Lucky is now here as well.
There's the
Batata's going
Batata.
in, but the W saves so much damage. Now Lucky and Robin are here. Lucky gets the ult. Oh, actually Robin executes Batata in the back line. Collison jumps away, but now Lucky's on the chase. Ooh, very good slow by Kerrigan there. Do they survive? I think they're just going to go.
They're just going to run for the hill here. That will be another tower conceded here, though, by Fragbox. So yeah, nice collapse there from Lostic. I don't know. Batata's Lee Sin looking a little, I don't know, slow.
Yeah, it looks a bit slow, especially on the combos like the ward and then the hop and then the kick. But
yeah.
I can't say too much. I'm not like I couldn't do it better. Not gonna lie, but
it's easy, just combo, you know.
Yeah, like the just win.
It's just win, you know. just combo, just insect. Now it is not an easy combo to do if you've haven't specifically practiced it, but Collison now trying to stand his ground here up in that front of that top lane tier 2 turret, as he will be backed up here by his teammates. And yeah, so far here Lostic is in such control here over this game. As I say that, Zero nearly getting caught.
Oh wait,
Antonias are flashing forward here, pops the perfect execution, does not connect the shuriken flip there onto Lucky, but both Lucky and Robin might be caught a little bit.
Actually, then Voxner is there as well, so there would be a 3v4, and they might take, and Antonio Azra does not have ulti anymore, so I think they don't want to get in there. And yes, so far Akali 5-0-0. We've seen what an Akali can do last game.
Yeah, and he is still very strong. Yeah, still 2 fully completed items here. As there.
Oh, here we see the nice escape from Voxne. Gets kicked back, gets into the stun, but now he's just able to queue onto the Lulu and run away.
Also, that Vanguard's edge there was nicely placed, so they could just like they had to run through and were slowed down. Yeah, I guess just using their gap closers a little too early, especially on the Jax Q there. I think he could have just connected the counter strike by just walking up to him. Fun fact or public PSA here: you can still auto attack on a Jax while you're channeling that counter strike, so you can just walk alongside them or even keep auto attacking before you pop that stun. And then once they use like a flash or another gap closer, then you use your Q and jump onto their head and be able to hopefully stick to them.
Yeah, but like as we praise the Akali for being 5-0-0, the Jinx is 0-5-2.
Yeah, and very sad.
Yeah, and like the
and
gold
has played at steel caps. He had to go for like a bit of defense here because Golden God has already 2 fully completed items, tier 2 boots and the pickups, just for good measure.
Yeah, and then there's always then Voxne with a TP up and available. So Jinx better be careful.
Let's see whether he'll do it again. Like as soon as they spot the Jinx next to a ward or a minion, let's just like, okay, I'll go in there. He also has a 3-level advantage over Yen is my wife, who is just level 10 here, together with Otata and Kerrigan. And yeah, in the meantime, Lucky actually has the lowest level currently in the game because he's been roaming around so much and mostly been on vision duty here. And if we look at the just the overall state of the map here, we can also see that really paying dividend here, as pretty much the entirety of the bottom side blue jungle here is littered with wards, or red side rather, sorry. Is littered with wards from Lucky. So they're just in total control here, know every step of the way where Fragbox currently are, and yeah, are just playing confidently around these objectives.
Yeah, at the moment the game state is really difficult for Fragbox because they, like, the only tower still standing outside of the base is the one in top, and I think that's going to be the target for Lostic the next time they have momentum on the map. So like even stepping up can be difficult because you can just get collapsed on.
The LOL state, the spectators illustrating the current LOL state here by a little throwback there from Lucky, who is doing his sit-ups, you know, gotta get them gains going. That was from the beginning of the game. He did not actually do that during the match now. But Antonias are here being engaged upon by then Voxne here. I'm actually not sure who would be able to win that duel between them, because yeah, Antoniasa is 5-0, does have 2 fully completed items, but so has then Voxne, and he also has a 50 farm lead here over him. He's just been farming a storm together with Golden God, so good wave assignment here as well on the side of Lostic, them being able to extend their gold lead all the way to like 8,500 gold.
Ooh,
but now they're setting their sights onto the Baron here.
That's an interesting call by Lostic, trying to just go for the Baron. They have vision on it. Robin, actually, they are just... are they turning? Okay,
yeah,
yes.
They're backing away.
They're just backing away. They know that... Wait, but like... They would have the prio to actually do it, and
Robin coming in here.
Has TP.
Kerrigan has to flash away. Use the wild growth on himself, and Robin will still take him out here. Yeah, Blue Cane does a lot of damage here now. Collison is all on his lonesome. It was all a bait after all, and with the vision control that they have established, they're just free to go wherever they want essentially here, as Zero's just fishing with those sleepy trouble bubbles. And once again, Lostic is taking another tower here, take the waves, take the entirety of the enemy jungle, and there really seems little to no hope here for the side of... Oh, that was anticlimactic for the side of Fragbox.
Yeah, I think they set their eyes on the Baron now, which they're currently doing, I think, that I see on the minimap. So, like, they have all of the momentum on the map. There is a ward, but there's also a pink ward in the pit, so that should not be a problem. They get the Baron to get a bit more of momentum, and now they will start to get the siege onto the base already. Like, it's again 24 minutes into the game, and they're already standing in front of the base. Now again, we see Kerrigan just going very far forward, and Robin connecting that W with the insane slow. Lucky there with a face breaker as well. Robin is just like, this damage. Golden God already does so much damage as well. It's
yeah, and also like the haymaker. It's just always, you know, it's so satisfying to see, but so painful when you're like in the situation of Kerrigan. As it goes, like, even though I really want to give Fragbox and also of course their fans here a bit of hope. I mean, the game isn't completely over here. They're also starting to get their legendary items on the board. Most of them having completed their second item by now. Also Antoniazra and Kalazin on the Jax here. They're in like a decent state, but of course compared to the pockets of Lostic, they're nowhere as deep yet.
yeah, and it's like an 11k gold lead. Ooh, Sleepy Troll Wall connects. Now the damage is insane.
Holy moly.
Kalazin go back to base, and this makes the siege so much easier for Lostic here. They will probably get the top turret, and mid is very low as well. Lucky is kind of stuck in the base there, and Zero and Golden God are very far away from their team. So there might be an engage happening, or maybe onto the other side. Oh,
Kalazin!
Oh, now the Vox is going in.
My
Already
God.
got Kerrigan, and now into the other is very in nowhere. Gets the stopwatch going, but Zero just gets the execute. Now,
Yeah,
yes,
they're just slapping them with their wallets at this point. Then Voxnir, level 15, 255 farm here to his name. Also has a stopwatch still, and look at those battle stars here. It just hurts to watch, and he takes down Yen is my wife here.
Oh, and
as
another
they're
one?
finishing out the game. Padding the stats a little bit here, Patata using that stopwatch to deny at least one of those kills. There's some confetti, very nicely done, dear production. As yeah, Lostic will close this one out here with a clean 2-0, 26 minutes and like 26.5 minutes here to just finish out these games. I'd say job well done here for Lostic. They also like they didn't really toy too much. They limit tested a little bit at some point, but in the end they just like played it better. They didn't like do huge flips or whatever. They just played super good macro, knew what they're doing, know how to play it like to the strength of their comps, and just overall seemed like really as the better team tonight.
yeah, and I think we also have to give some respect over to Fragbox, because they played well. They were kind of keeping it close with regards to the
It
gold.
felt a lot closer than it actually was.
Exactly. And like, I think the snowball, like, it got rolling where the bottom lane just was not able to lane anymore, where the TPs came in bot, and like
Just such
the
a mean
Jinx
thing to do. You know? It's like
yeah, and the Jinx so far behind, it's very difficult because like you're a Jinx, and yes, you can dish out so much damage, especially in the late game where the scaling comes in, etc. But if you're a Jinx and you have the range, you can shoot the rockets at the people, but you just don't do damage. Then it's yeah, it's difficult to play. And Jax had a great game. He got some very nice plays, some very nice counter plays as well.
But like the thing is, if you're losing everywhere else on the map, eventually everybody will just come up there and beat you up anyway. So like a really tough time here for Kalazin, and I think this just goes to show the I think this game really illustrated the importance that like a proper game plan from minute 0 kind of is. because like you could really see that Robin invading early on, putting down the ward on the red buff, then sneaking around, making sure, okay, yeah, I'm apparently not caught out. I mean, that was a risky play, but like he could have still gotten out, of course, even if it went south. Taking away the Raptors, followed by the red buff, and then I kind of had the feeling that Patata didn't really know what to do, how to properly like react to that. And then it kind of went a bit sideways for him. He like tried to invade back, but Robin like knew that this was coming, and he knew he had the advantage. Also, Patata not having the priority in his lanes to do that, which is kind of okay. Yeah, so now we have like a Kayn that's like uncontested and gets ahead like 5 camps early on. That then also facilitates his other lanes. Call is in blowing the teleport early in order to get back to top lane, which then leaves then Voxner with the teleport advantage. He goes bot lane, and it all starts. And then it's like after that point, I kind of got the feeling that Fragbox they were kind of out of options, you know. They're like, okay, damn, okay, this does not feel good. What do we do?
Yeah, I think like Lostic, they played it out very well. You also like, it's difficult to see, but like where Lostic, they have already the advantage when you already look at the ranks or the elo of the players.
Yeah.
Like they already have such a stacked lineup of players in their roster. If you compare that to Fragbox, they're not on that elo already, or maybe they'll get there, maybe not. But like, they have so much experience, they know how to do it. They have Lucky that can shot call. They also have Dan Voxner, both of them EU Masters players that have great macro decision making. Yeah. And like with players like this on your roster, you already feel very confident to also do stuff that is Robin doing. He's also like a very great player, very high ranked as well, and knows how to make this, or how to get the Lee Sin already behind very early. And if Lee Sin is not very like, he didn't really have anything to do against this.
Yeah. And also like maybe also a bit of a suggestion also for teams who might be in a similar situation as Fragbox was tonight, when you're like up against an opponent that just seems like on paper such a much stronger team, such a much more experienced team. Just try and take this as like a learning opportunity, coming from like a history of like as a player, as a coach, an analyst. Like just try and like come up with a plan. Look at, okay, which champions do we feel good at? Where do we feel, okay, we can really make something happen? Go look for that. Look at, okay, what might be coming our ways? How and why do we need to ban out certain champions in order to make sure we do not fall too far behind? Look for those. I really like the approach with like, look for like late game insurance pick like that Jax, who can really pop off once he gets rolling, and then just like come up with a plan and try to really stick to it no matter what happens in the game. Try and really focus on that one, not strive away too much from it, and then look like what happened, and just try to give it your best, because like nobody's expecting you to win anyways. So if you lose, there's like nothing really to lose, because like, yeah, you were on paper the worst team, but like look and take every chance you get to like get ahead. What can we do? What do we want to accomplish with our team, and where might be our ins into like, maybe not even take a win, but like really make them work for it. But yeah, anyways, enough of that. We have an interview coming up here with a representative of the winner team here in Lostic, and that will be their mid laner in Zero. It looks a bit hairy if you ask me, but anyways, welcome here to the stream.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Lovely.
Okay, perfect.
How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing quite fine. How about you?
Yeah, you look to be having some fun there for 2 games back to back. I think just like continuing where you started last week. First of all, congratulations to this win here. I think you're still undefeated. What's like the secret here behind Lostic?
Well, to be fair, I just think that even though if someone falls behind on lane, like let's say someone falls behind on bot lane or on top lane, the others can just like take the lead and carry throughout the game, and I think that's the secret behind it. That we all are really good at the game and like we work really well together as a team.
Maybe how did you even like come together? Was there like a particular story, or just players looking to represent or to like show some dominance here in the league?
Well, to be honest, I don't know about the others. I just had on my league status looking for team Swisscom Hero League, and then Golden God wrote me, so I joined the team. That's basically what happened for me.
Lovely. What?
There's not a big story behind this. I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, we can make some. We can make one up. You know, like really go for like a fairy tale when it comes to the finals. You made Safar really happy tonight with that echo pick. Am I right?
Yes, actually, I really like the echo pick and the flexibility you guys kept in the draft. I actually have one question for you as well, which is, did you plan on sending the Draven top, or was that always meant to go bot?
No, it actually was already meant to go bot lane, but we were thinking about it as well.
Yeah, okay.
Because everyone plays every champ, and yet I think as well the echo pick was very niche. I don't think the enemy expected us to pick the echo for support. First, I was confused as well, I have to say, because I've never seen it, but Lucky made it work.
Later on, yeah, I'd argue. It looked a bit it looked like a bit of a Diffie in the Jiffy in the beginning of it all. I think the Nautilus fared quite well into it, but you actually had quite a bit of a performance on that Akali. Maybe take us through. Can you like describe it? Maybe you can feel free to reenact it word by word, or also like just like let us know what happened in your comms when Lucky, by complete accident, I presume, hit that kill and denied you the quadra kill.
So, well, first of all, in this team fight, we were like, okay, can we fight? Yes, I think we do. And we just went in and tried it out. And in the end, the enemy died really fast because I noticed that Akali is not that balanced still. I think the damage output is really strong once you stack this Conqueror. And, well, when he got my last kill, I was perfectly chill and told him, it's fine. No, I just told him, you stole my quadra. And he was like, oh, oops.
Oops.
Didn't want to. So it was not on purpose.
Okay. We'll believe that for now. It's fine.
I did so too, but, you know, you can never trust him.
True.
Maybe he did it on purpose.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's an echo support, so he kind of needs to get the kill from somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. He also wants to have some fun in the game. Yeah, maybe now you made it into the finals undefeated. Do you think anyone can match up to you in the finals? Maybe Mindsanity or maybe Lassite?
So for me personally, I think Mindsanity looks really strong, and I know their players as well, and I think that they can match up to us. But we'll see. I mean, first they have to win tomorrow, so we'll talk about this when this game has ended, or when their games have ended.
Yeah. I think that's a very good approach here, not to call it day too early on. Maybe some words or some final words from your side here, some thanks or some shout-outs you'd like to give.
Yeah, I mean, I hope Leah is happy that we picked her set finally. I don't know if you noticed, but we were hovering it every time. So shout out to her for that set pick and the Kate pick for Faye. We did some picks for our fans, so if you have any picks, just tell us, and if it fits the comp, we will try to do them in. And no, just thanks to everyone watching the stream, obviously, and supporting us.
If you manage to pick a Teemo during the finals and win, I'm gonna pay a round. Just putting that out there. Do with it whatever you like.
I will look if it works on mid lane, and if it works, I will pick it.
Okay, I heard that.
I heard it didn't work. Like, I heard it really does. It really does not work in the mid lane.
It really doesn't? You think so?
I'm not so sure.
I mean,
But yeah.
we'll see. We'll see, I guess. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. But anyways, big congrats to you. Go ahead and celebrate. We'll find out who will be your opponents for the grand finale on the 3rd of October, live at the Hero Fest in Bern tomorrow night. Until then, I hope you have some good preparations or get to relax a little bit. And we're very much looking forward to welcoming you back in the finals.
Thank you very much, and thanks for the interview.
Yeah. Have a great night. Goodbye.
Thanks, you too.
There we go. That was Zero, aka Francesco, from the mid lane of Lostic here. And as you can see, a very humble guy here. Known him for like way too long at this point, I think. And yeah, he's always been really a good and strong player, and always kind of underrated, really, because like on paper here, he's not the strongest player of this Lostic roster. But like performance-wise, he's been one of the best every single game of their matches that we've seen so far.
Yeah, honestly, he had insane performances on the Zoe, on the Akali, like really pop-off moments, and on that you add the chill mentality and the humbleness.
Yeah,
makes an insane player.
Yeah, it's easy. Just play mid lane, you know. But enough of those shenanigans. Let's have a look here at how the brackets is now looking. Of course, Lostic with this win here, it was really clean here. 26 minutes it took each, as they are ending with a 2-0 here over Fragbox, meaning they will be our first contestants that are in the finals. That will be taking place on, yes, we corrected the date, the 3rd of October 2021. As I mentioned, it will be taking place live at the Hero Fest in Bern. If you want to be there, make sure you get your tickets as soon as you can. The only thing you need is a passion for esports. I'd suggest some good mood, or at least the willingness to cheer for your favorite players, and your COVID certificate, and you can be a part of that live action. I'm personally super hyped to have another live event here finally after like 1.5 years, so it will be so great. I'm also gonna be part of the yearly Switzerland, so if you ever want to come up for a chat, feel free to, and yeah, I hope to see as many of you as possible during those finals.
Yeah, actually having offline events is always so nice to meet the people, and it's always great meeting the people in person, because it's like, it's one thing meeting them online, like through Discord, like you still can talk to them, but it's like the atmosphere that you have, especially at the final. It's just like the interpersonal stuff that, like, it's just way cooler when you can talk to someone face to face, and when you're like chilling in a group and really enjoy the time together. That's just very nice in my opinion. And we can take a look at the upcoming days really quick.
Didn't work. Damn.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
That's a lag, you know.
That's a lag. So on Wednesday we have the League of Legends Semi 2, which is the second semi-final, which will be La Cité versus My Insanity.
Exactly.
So that is going to be a very interesting game, and I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be us two against casting this, so yes, I'm really looking forward to that.
If you can bear with us, feel free to tune in. We're looking forward to having you all here.
Yeah, then on Thursday you have CSGO, also the second semi-finals. I've heard they're two quite okay casters. They're getting older a bit, more of boomer casters, I think. So. Like
they can be quite cringe, and
yeah, sometimes you don't really know with them, but yeah,
we talked about, like, we just came up with like a great script, and feel free to share your thoughts on Twitter with us using hashtag ESL Swiss. I personally would really love to see like a reality show come out of the Swisscom Hero League format. it could be like in a retirement home with like featuring Remo, Kairos, and Chief Avalon, where they just like it's like Friends but with old people, you know. Would be great.
That would be nice. I would love to watch
Fantastic.
that, and I think they're like, at the end of the day, they're nice people, and we really
Most of the time.
like to see it, like to see them. So yes, if you want to see it tomorrow, no, on Thursday there's the semi-finals on CS:GO. You want to go through the offline event?
Yeah, the Hero Fest, of course, will be taking place from the 1st until the 3rd of October, live at the Bern Expo here in Bern. Obviously, the CS:GO finals, they will be taking place Saturday evening at 6 p.m. and then on Sunday we'll have both our Clash Royale as well as the League of Legends finals, those starting at 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. respectively. So make also sure to drop us a follow on Twitter at ESL Swiss and Swisscom_gaming. I heard there will be quite a few more giveaways with those tickets. If you cannot get one through that way, you can of course always purchase them on the official website, or maybe also throw us a DM and maybe we can hook you up. But no promises. No promises.
Okay,
no?
I'll send you a DM then, and we'll see. No, like what a game today. It's yes, Lostic so far. It's always been the same. Sadly, it's a 2-0 sweep for Lostic. So
everyone has lost.
I know, like Lostic.
Yeah, we're really ready to close the show here, I guess.
Yeah. So yes, again, like great cast today. I really enjoyed the matches today, and I just want to say thanks again for everyone to come by, enjoy the time with us, and I'm gonna give the last word to you today.
Yeah, also big thank you. We always tend to forget these things, thanks to our lovely production here who bear with us here day and day, week after week, and also of course big shout out to our sponsors here in Swisscom, Logitech G, Red Bull, of course. Without them this would not be possible. Already looking forward to tomorrow's cast here with some more League of Legends, but until then, you guys stay happy and healthy, and good night.
Good night.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Mit dem Shuttle wäre es natürlich toll, wenn man den nicht vergisst zu machen, weil sonst ist es einfach nervig, wenn man jetzt...
Kannst du mir helfen mit dem WLAN-Passwort?
Mann, geh doch einfach auf die My Swisscom App!
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Et voilà, Internet ultra rapide.
Toujours pas.
Bah non. Ouais, allô? Ouais, écoutez, j'ai un souci familial. Ça marche pas.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
A moment in time that I regret for being so heartless. It was a moment of darkness. A moment of darkness. We're stuck in your car on a Friday night, and we laugh away stuff we try not to talk about. Still your smile keep on heating up the climate, and all the blood to my cheeks are rushing out, yeah, yeah. And by accident, you're getting closer. Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? Is it a wild shot of letting you know that you're the topic of all of my thoughts, yeah? 'Cause I'm so sick of this friend zone. Whatever it is, it just feels so real. And your eyes keep on talking in the silence, and all the blood to my cheeks are rushing out, yeah, yeah. And I'm hoping you are getting closer. Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? Is it a wild shot of letting you know that you're the topic of all of my thoughts, yeah? And that I'm sick of this friend zone. Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? 'Cause I'm so sick of this friend zone.
Chasing love in an empty bar. Pour a drink till I make it past. The midnight hour seems to come and go, but I know. Walk on up with a drink in hand, sipping mixers 'cause you can. And all the lights begin to switch off. You're chasing the light, holding on for life, fading high. Chasing the light, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, holding on for life, feeding the high, chasing the night, chasing the night. Hotel rooms and city squares, champagne bottles, drum and snare. The sights and cities seem to fall away when you stay. Locked in love for a night or two, losing sleep just to get off you. Day to day you wanna stay out. You're chasing the light, holding on for life, fading high. Chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night.
We're stuck in your car on a Friday night, and we laugh over stuff we try not to talk about. Still your smile keep on heating up the climate, and all the blood to my cheeks are rushing out, yeah, yeah. And by accident, you're getting closer. Oh, can you tell me something, tell me something? Is it a wild shot of letting you know that you're the topic of all of my thoughts, yeah? 'Cause I'm so sick of this friend zone. Whatever it is, it just feels so real. And your eyes keep on talking in the silence, and all the blood to my cheeks are rushing now, yeah, yeah. And I'm hoping you are getting closer. Oh, can you tell me something, tell me something? Is it a wild shot of letting you know that you're the topic of all of my thoughts, yeah? Can you tell me something, tell me something? Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? 'Cause I'm so sick of this friend zone.
Chasing love in an empty bar. Pour a drink till I make it past. The midnight hour seems to come and go, but I know. Walk on up with a drink in hand, sipping mixers cause you can. And all the lights begin to switch off. You're chasing the light, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the light, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, holding on for holding on for life, feeding the high, chasing the night, chasing the night. Hotel rooms and city squares, champagne bottles, drum and snare. The sights and cities seem to fall away when you stay. Locked in love for a night or two, losing sleep just to get off you. Day to day you wanna stay out, you're chasing the light, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the light, chasing the night, chasing the night. Chasing love in an empty bar. Pour a drink till I make it past. The midnight hour seems to come and go, but I know. Walk on up with a drink in hand, sipping mixers cause you can. And all the lights begin to switch off. You're chasing the light, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the light, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, holding on for holding on for life, feeding the high, chasing the night, chasing the night. Hotel rooms and city squares, champagne bottles, drum and snare. The sights and cities seem to fall away when you stay. Locked in love for a night or two, losing sleep just to get off you. Day to day you wanna stay out, you're chasing the light, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night.
We're stuck in your car on a Friday night, and we laugh over stuff we try not to talk about. Still your smile keep on heating up the climate, and all the blood to my cheeks are rushing out, yeah, yeah. And by accident, you're getting closer. Oh, can you tell me something, tell me something? Is it a wild shot of letting you know that you're the topic of all of my thoughts, yeah? 'Cause I'm so sick of this friend zone. Whatever it is, it just feels so real. And your eyes keep on talking in the silence, and all the blood to my cheeks are rushing out, yeah, yeah. And I'm hoping you are getting closer. Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? Is it a wild shot of letting you know that you're the topic of all of my thoughts, yeah? Tell me something, tell me something. Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? 'Cause I'm so sick of this friend zone. Time that I regret.